How's it going, guys, and welcome back to FM Scout. This is ABTFM, and today I am going to present you 7 fallen giant clubs for you to take over in FM21. Well, resurrect a fallen giant is always a big challenge. You will have to rebuild the team, spend months or years, season after season to get that financial stability, sign players that can help your team, and so on. If you're looking for more challenges or more interesting saves, maybe check out the clubs that I mentioned in this video. So before we start the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified so you wouldn't miss out any of our video. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the first club on the list. The first club on the list is the obvious one, AC Milan, the Italian club with 18 Serie A titles in total and 7 Champions League trophies in the cabinet. I'm sure football fans will recognize the name of Paolo Maldini, Franco Baresi, Kaká, Clarence Seedorf, Cafu, Andriy Shevchenko, and so on. There were so many big names in the club, and at the moment AC Milan is doing such a great job in real-life football, currently sitting at the top of the Serie A with 20 points. AC Milan is of course playing in the first division in the Italian league and playing in the Europa League this season. In FM21, you can see winning the Europa League as your first challenge, or even winning the League Cup. Your long-term plan should be winning the league, regain your dominance in the Italian football. You have got some exciting prospects like Gianluigi Donnarumma, Sandro Tonali, Frank Kessié, Rafa Leao, which is already looking good for your rebuild. If you're looking for experienced player, of course, you have Zlatan Ibrahimovic as your striker. So, AC Milan is the first fallen giant club on the list. Moving on to the second club, AS Saint Etienne, the 10-time Ligue 1 winners, have not lifted a league title since 1981. The best season they had recently was the 18-19 season, where they finished 4th in the league. However, last season they finished 17th in the league, almost got relegated to the 2nd division. Things isn't going well right now either. They are currently sitting at the 16th position after 11 games, holding 10 points with 3 wins, 1 draw and 7 losses. Another fact is that AS Saint Etienne did not win the Champions League before. The best they've got was 2nd place back in 1976. So maybe it is time for you to take over the Saints and bring them back to their glory days. Legendary players like Michel Platini and Laurent Blanc were once playing for Saint Etienne. In the current squad, they have some notable players including Stefan Ruffier, Wabi Katsri, Matthew Debuchy, and the FM Wonderkid, Panagiotis Red Sauce. Next up, we have TSV 1816 Munich, one of the oldest clubs in German football. They were the first few clubs to win the German championship back in 1965-66. Since then, they have never won a single league title again. They are currently in the 3rd division in the German football, so it is a long way for you to climb all the way up to the Bundesliga again. It's been a rough couple of years for the club. They have been kicked out of the Allianz Arena, which they previously shared with Bayern Munich. Due to the relegation in 2017, they have been kicked out of the stadium. 1860 Munich did produce a number of great youngsters, including Kevin Volland, Sven Bender, Lars Bender, Julian Weigl, and so on. It will take you a long time, but I believe it is worth to guide them all the way up top to the 1st division again. Alright, into the next club on the list, Sunderland. If you haven't checked out the documentary Sunderland Till I Die, it was a really good show. Anyway, the Black Cats are playing in League 1, which is the 3rd division in English football. Since 16-17, after the relegation to the 2nd division, Sunderland are never good enough. Everyone was expecting them to go back to the Premier League, but they didn't. The last time they have won the league in the 1st division was back in 1935-36. It has been more than 80 years. So if you're up for a challenge, go on and take over Sunderland. Rebuild the team and bring them back to the Premier League. Their previous captain Lee Catamol has just left the club, but you still have some experienced players like Aidan McGeady, Grant Leadbitter, Danny Graham, Chris Maguire, and so on. So, Sunderland, the English club with rich history, is the 4th club on the list. Moving on, we have Sheffield Wednesday, another club with huge history. Back in the 80s and 90s, they were a first division club, although there were a couple of seasons where they got relegated to the second division. However, since 2004, they have never come back to the first division again. Look at their rivals, Sheffield United. They are currently playing in the Premier League, so it is time for you to bring them back to the first tier competition. Their last first division title was back in 1929-30, so it is very long time ago. They are currently sitting at the 23rd position in the championship after 12 games, which is the relegation zone. They only got themselves 3 wins, 3 draws and 6 losses. Another fact is that this season they are handed a 6-point deduction for breaching spending rule. This definitely make it more interesting for you in FM21. In their current squad, they do have some decent players like Callum Peterson, Jack Mario, who is on loan from Derby County, Barry Bannon and Tom Lees. Well, you should take over the Owls and try your best to bring them back to glory. Next up, we have Deportivo La Coruna. In the last season, due to the COVID stuff, Deportivo was controversially relegated to the 3rd tier football. Well, if you're interested, you can go search for the news. It is a pretty long story. Anyway, Deportivo was relegated to the 2nd division back in 17-18. They did stay in the 2nd division for 1 season, finished at the 6th position. However, things did not go well since then. They won the league title once in the 1990-2000 season and finished as runner-up on 5 occasions. They have also won the Spanish Cup twice in the 1994 and 95 season and 2001 and 2 season. Deportivo La Coruna did have a number of notable players like the Brazilian legend Rivaldo. Helder Postiga was a part of them. Alvaro Arbeloa was playing for them before joining Liverpool. To be fair, it is a shame to see them relegate to the 3rd tier football, and I believe it will be super challenging if you take over the team in FM21. Try your very best to bring them up to the 1st division again. Last but not least, we have Hamburg SV, who is currently playing at the 2nd division in the German football. Well, I'm sure most of you guys will heard of them. The 6-time Bundesliga winners was relegated for the first time in the Bundesliga history back in 2018. The fans and the players were crying on the pitch. Nobody wants to see them going down. The last league title they have won was back in 1982-83, which is about 40 years ago. Hamburg have got some very great players in their history, including the current Spurs player Son Heung-min. Vincent Kompany was a part of them, and you also have players like Rafael van der Vaart, Kevin Keegan, Nigel de Jong, and so on. In their current squad, they do have a couple great players like the former Bayern goalkeeper Sven Ulrich, the captain Tim Lebold, and the experienced German international Aaron Hunt. So it is time for you to prove yourself by managing them and bring them back to the 1st division. Anyways, these are the top 7 fallen giant clubs that you can manage in FM21. Well, let me know in the comment section down below if you agree or disagree with me. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. I am ABTFM and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.